Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you very much for joining us. Well, last week we kicked off with a week-long low pressure system. Guess what we've got this week? Another one. So out in the Tasman Sea, it is just starting to form. You've got the northerlies on this side spinning it and the southerlies on the other side, and the two work together to spin it into a low pressure system that's going to sit out in the Tasman right through until Friday. There's a fair bit of cloud with the high pressure system right over the top of the country. We've seen some very gloomy conditions in places like Auckland, bit of a cloudy weekend, and some other regions as well. Wellington now getting some of the cloud, as is much of the western side of the country, and that's because rain is on its way. Here is Tuesday. Now for the most part on Tuesday it's still dry. There will be a few showers spilling over into Canterbury. We've got the low out at sea. It's quite an impressive looking one, but most of the wind is actually out at sea with it as well. It's still fairly calm around New Zealand on Tuesday, although the winds will pick up from about, well, we'll roughly say Auckland northwards, although really it'll be the far north that have got a bit of a windy day. And same story down here in the very far south, in the deep south, down around Fiordland and some parts of Southland. It might be quite windy as those nor'easters start to develop. Let's get into Wednesday. This is when the main front comes through. Now this area here, separate to the low itself, has got subtropical northerlies coming down. There could be some pretty heavy downpours appearing anywhere from the eastern side of Northland around Coromandel, Bay of Plenty and East Cape as that narrow band of subtropical rain moves through sometime around Wednesday and potentially into Thursday morning as well. For other regions it's just the normal usual patchy rain, and the low pressure system itself still deepening a little bit further as we get into the middle part of the week. By Thursday that portion of heavy subtropical rain is out here, so very slowly moving. Keep an eye on that. If you live in Bay of Plenty in particular, there is the chance of some localized flooding. It moves away though, and as you can see most places are dry and actually still fairly calm on Thursday. This low just starting to weaken a little bit by Thursday, but all the winds and all the big waves mostly out at sea, although the swells will be starting to come into western areas by the middle to late part of the week. But it's a weird system in some sense that it's quite big and rough, but it's just offshore for most of the week. And it's around about Friday that the subtropical portion well and truly moving away, and now the low itself finally coming in, but it takes all the way till Friday to do that. The air pressure is rising. There's a high up to the north that's going to encourage a little bit of windy weather, but also it's going to help push it along and get it out of the picture. So by the time we get into the weekend, Saturday looks like this. The low is being pushed away and in comes the next system, which is it looks to me like a lot of windy west to southwest winds and potentially a cool down coming next week, because this all looks like southwest is blowing through. So welcome to spring. I've been saying that for 4 weeks now though. That is all from me. We'll update you again on Tuesday.